Welcome back, guys. This is part 2 of the video. Sisi ndio Sifuna, or we are the Sifuna. So guys, I was trying to say, when you look at the Sifuna Larry, how many Luya elders accompany Sifuna? It's only 1 or 2, the Foley and Muskari Kombo. How many MPs? Apart from Wamboga, and there were like 3 or 4 MPs, members of parliament. How many MCS accompany Sifuna? How many senators accompany Sifuna? How many governors accompany Sifuna? You will see that the guy is bunging below the belt. The guy is bunging below the belt. If we talk about the crowd and the welcome and the mammoth, the biggest crowd, can you compare the crowd of Sifuna? This is 2026. The crowd of Sifuna in 2026 comparing to the crowd of Eugene Wamalwa in 2012 December, when we are moving towards when we had G7 and Eugene Wamalwa had just declared that he wanted to be a presidential candidate. So Uhuru Kenyatta, having rebranded Matiang'i, and Matiang'i is not selling, decided to rebrand Sifuna. And Linda Mwananchi is going to be a political party which is a rebrand of Jubilee. They are going to rebrand Jubilee and call Jubilee, rebrand Jubilee, and make Linda Mwananchi into red colors so that it can use the machinery, the machines, the system, the cars, the planes, and the offices of Mr. Mugai Kenyatta, the party leader of Jubilee. Sifuna will be the presidential candidate sponsored by Uhuru Kenyatta, and Matiang'i will be forced to deputize Sifuna. The idea is very simple: to put the Gen Z vote in one basket. If Sifuna is able to raise 4 million votes, and Rigathi to be able to raise another 4 or 5 million votes, Kalonzo to be able to raise 2 or 3 million votes, according to the story, they can cause a runoff. According to them, they can cause a runoff. But according to NIS, Sifuna is playing in the same league with Ruto through Uhuru Kenyatta, because Jubilee is part of Ruto's governing system. The media tends to showcase that Uhuru Kenyatta is fighting with William Ruto. The issue of Rigathi organizing goons to go and steal Uhuru Kenyatta's ship in Northlands Farm was a scheme to brand that to sustain the onset media narrative that Uhuru Kenyatta was in constant opposition with the William Samoei Ruto. What is the benefit of doing this? The benefit of doing this is to show that Gideon Moi, who is a representative of the Mois, Raila Odinga, a representative of the King Odingas, Samoei Ruto, a representative of the Rutos or the Samois, the self-made, and Uhuru Kenyatta, a representation of the Kenyattas. The media at one point should never show that these 3 or 4 billionaires are in one place. Why? Because the masses who are the peasants, you and me, will rise against the billionaires. The Jimmy Wanjikis, the Munyahus, there are so many. There are so many billionaires in Kenya, but I'm talking about the plutocrats, the oligarchs. So at each and every moment and each and every time, you will notice that they will be showing the media, the TV, Citizen TV, NTV, KTN, KBC. They will always be depicting that Uhuru Kenyatta is on a constant fight with the sitting president William Samoei Ruto, and even they got to an extent to show that Uhuru Kenyatta is funding the uprising and the groups which should come to remove Ruto from power. This is a psychological warfare or a psychological way of doing things so that the masses, the common people, the lalahoi, who are in millions, 40 millions plus, poor people, should never in any day know that these people are together. Why? Because if they know that these rich people are together, then the peasants will unite against them. The replay of the Animal Farm, if you ever read the book of Animal Farm, the Fisiki, did you ever read the book called Fisiki or Amezidi? So colonization takes the current colonization being done by the African, our own, colonizing us, our own, by fragmentizing us, putting us in compartments so that we don't come together to unite. Because the day you and me speak one language, that we are poor and we have a common agenda and a common goal, and the common goal is to make sure that the billionaires don't come to office to rule over us. The day we will agree, because we are the majority, that is the end of the game of the oligarchs and the protectorates. And they will never allow that, guys. So, to put us in the play, they will use people of our own to play us. Like now they have picked Sifuna. Like previously they picked Ruto. Do you think Ruto was one of them? He wasn't. Do you think that actually they want to remove Ruto from power? I don't believe so. I believe that actually they are building Ruto to be more strong. By doing what? By dividing the so-called opposition, because the opposition was showing chances of unity. Do you think that Ricardo was well impeached and he cannot be on ballot? I don't think so. Ricardo will be on ballot. Come rain, come shine. And people who don't believe that Ricardo will be on ballot will be left with a very big shock. I want you people to remember this video. This is my 4th or 5th video doing this video saying that Rigathi Gachagua will be on ballot 2027, whether people like it or they don't. Why? Because the Gikuyu should feel that one of their own is on the ballot. So why are they using Luyas now? Because Kikuyus have been used, Kalengins have been used, and the people now are well aware of the Gikuyus and the Kalengins. So they were supposed to use Luya this time round. Why are they not using Musalia Mudavadi? Musalia Mudavadi is part of the system. Musalia Mudavadi is the one who advanced the agenda of Ruto, Rutoism. So do you think that the oligarchs are going to use Sifuna to build another eminent billionaire? I don't think so. Because they already have a Luya who is a billionaire. They have their own Musalia Mudavadi. And even they're having Eugene Wamalwa, who is the brother to the former vice president, Kijana Wamalwa. So if we talk about the Luyas, they have more big, good number of Luyas whom they are likely to use and not to use Sifuna. But why are they using Sifuna now? Because Sifuna now has a mandate.
Naenda huko kwa kibanda na fungwanga. Wana baba mzigo ya kibanda.
Unless kama nikupe ile kubwa ya 40. Hii ya 40 ndio kuna kifuniko.
Ya 40 ni gani?
Hii kubwa ile unaona hiyo.
Weka.